Sir, I can't get in. Somebody's got me blocked.
I don't know. The 3 Abraham.
Probably David.
Symbolically.
But American Party is blocked from that room. But thanks for calling it out.
Did you call dibs on being Muslim, Monica?
No, I was asking who would the Muslim be? Who would be the Islamist?
Oh.
JR, what up, celestial being, JR?
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Assalamu alaikum.
Can we get, it's, yeah, no, that's not how you say it, but, can we give it the best practice?
Can somebody, David, check your...
Okay, in the chat is the link to the American Party profile. I'm pretty sure he's listening in. So it can be a tactic to derail the stage that we all focus on trying to get him in.
Hold on. He probably wants to come in here and talk about his campaign to be governor. Or not governor, run for Congress. I think that we should give him equal airtime and allow him to make his pitch of why he would be good for Congress.
He's welcome to. I'm not stopping him. I just think that sometimes he plays games and he could be lying about not being able to get in.
This is this guy one of your conservative pals or conservative circle?
It's alright. It's her ex-lover, so I mean, like, to be fair, I guess.
Careful, Brad, before we open the door to ex-lovers. Careful.
Well, I'll open up all the door. What are you going to do? Talk about my late life? Is that what you
No, I don't talk about deceased spouses.
Oh, okay, so then I would probably shut up if I were you.
You open the door. I put a foot in and you're starting crying. Like, don't open the doors you don't want open, Brad. That's all.
I'll open it. Please practice with the vest. And I mean, I'm sorry, John left you. I didn't like it. I mean, hopefully it was amicable. From what I heard, it was just it was a heavy burden.
Deepers, what do you have today? Ding. All right, do we want a topic?
That was
Hey, Bryn.
Monica, why didn't you do the upspeak when you were asking a question?
I caught that too. It was very British.
I don't know. I sometimes have a problematic vocal fry too.
I mean, if it's obvious you're asking a question, you don't have to do the upspeak.
I'm blocked from the room. On stage has me blocked. This
Okay,
is John
so
Kitover, aka
Got
American Party, and Monica is a fat pig.
It's amazing you come into a room where Roger has a topic on the table. He's already discussing the topic with multiple other people. And you're like, oh, we need a topic. As if somehow everybody is waiting in
So
anticipation.
sour.
You're going to give. And think somehow you're considered intelligent.
By the way, Brent, Jordan Peterson has a new video out. He reads There's No Such Things as Dragons again. An updated reflection upon it. Quite love that guy. Thanks, Brad, for reminding me. You're a hero today, Brad.
I'm a hero every day. I just wish I could have passed on saving your ass once upon a time.
We got Breen in the muff. Breen is in the muff.
My goodness. How often does that happen?
I'm just laughing that I came into a room. The very first thing I hear is Monica say, "Who's the Muslim?" I have no context, so that was amazing. Better than picking she's hunting them now.
That was Mojo's joke.
Bryn, this is not your first time in the muff. We've established that you have children, so some people might be surprised by that, but I am not. The only person who was uncomfortable about the title of this house was, is she here? She's not here. That was Victoria. Victoria is not comfortable within the muff. I tried to explain to her the etymology of the term. She didn't accept that. She found it offensive. But I think the rest of us adults, we can We can enjoy being in the muff.
You tell her nobody wants her ginger muff anyways.
I mean, Mojo, if you're debriefing presidents left and right, you don't have time for this tomfoolery, these kind of rooms.
That's a very valid point. Britton, let me ask you this. What outside of Joint Chiefs of Staff, Vice President, National Security Advisor, who else gets to the situation? Because Victoria claims she's been there multiple.
What, Victoria on this app, Victoria?
Yeah.
She doubles as a general, apparently.
The situation room? She said that? Oh, good lord.
3 times. And the final time she was in there, it was with President Trump, and he did something that made her feel uncomfortable.
And she confirmed it on stage because I didn't believe it at first, and she stated it again on stage today. And what makes me nervous is the fact that if she was true, that batshit woman was like in the situation room advising what exactly a military operations are ongoing, because that would scare the fuck out of anybody.
Does she not, like, I get people have made some crazy claims on this app, but does she not understand, like, how tight of an entry list that fucking room is? And it's not somewhere they just go take a coffee break because they feel like it. Like, you've not ever been in there, bitch. Like, but that's not.
She's in the situation room, and the president's asking her a question, and she's like, "Oh shit, I just got a Clubhouse ping. I gotta take this. I'll be right back, Mr. President."
See, that's where people are just out of their fucking minds, though. Like, she could say that she, briefed a president or spoke to a president. They get spoken to in a lot of places. Now, I don't think anyone would believe Donald Trump listened to 2 minutes of her nonsense, but the situation room, clearly she doesn't understand how that works.
I think Trump would have secretly had her killed. They met.
What was she? Here's my question, Roger. What was she saying she's an expert in that she was consulting on?
She wouldn't tell us because she didn't want to dox herself, but it all started with she talked about
Is Mojo in the Matrix, or is that me?
I think he's in the Matrix.
Oh shit! You see, Victoria, she's got the far reach. She knows CIA agents. She's knocking you off the app, Roger.
Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. You're
Yes.
good.
Okay, cool. So Abby had, first of all, she made the claim that, Victoria made the claim that Donald Trump makes women uncomfortable. And then Abby said, well, I met Donald Trump, but he didn't make me feel uncomfortable. And then so Victoria responded, well, when I met him, he made me feel uncomfortable. So then it was the audience like, well, we did, and then he said, well,
Oh no.
And then when we started drilling into it, she's like, she started lying down and said,
Roger, you're cutting out. You're cutting in and out.
all right, am I better now?
Yep.
Okay, so then she makes the claim that that she's been in the Situation Room. This is where Donald Trump made her feel uncomfortable. And then when we started asking questions about the Situation Room, she started making up this story about how, that's not the first time I've been there. In fact, I've been there for 3 different administrations. And then we're asking her why, how, and like why they would, what she's an expert in and that they would want to hear from. And she didn't want to talk about that because that would reveal too much information about her. But she said she'd been there with Obama, Biden, and Trump.
It's like people that have real money, like all the posers on this app. Yeah, some of them definitely have money, sure. But people with like real money, like with your name is DuPont or Rockefeller, like guess what they don't talk about? Money. They just do. People that are actually, have security clearance to go to the Situation Room don't talk about it to anyone else. They probably don't even talk about it with their other colleagues who don't have that access, let alone going on fucking Clubhouse and saying you've been in the Situation Room multiple times. but I can't disclose. I signed a couple of NDAs. I signed NDAs as a voiceover guy for not disclosing like what a video game, material script might be before the game is released. But the amount of clearance you need to get to the Situation Room and all the shit you have to go through, they probably have to go through additional background checks. Nobody goes on Clubhouse or social media talking about the Situation Room unless they're, a little mentally unstable.
Well, it would be bad. I'm glad I was in my room, Roger, but it would be bad enough to make the statement once, but like to double down on it, and then 3 administrations. So the Democratic administrations twice and a Republican administration once needed you in a situation that was so dire that you got dragged into the Situation Room. No, just period. Even if she was an expert in something that the government actually would need, you're not going to be the expert brought in by a Democratic and a Republican fucking administration. Like, no.
I haven't seen her lately. Oh,
I already don't care for her, but that's some extra nonsense.
And I don't even think that you'd be allowed to bring in coffee as an intern or as a page or whatever the gophers are at that level. I don't even think you'd be allowed to do that, let alone briefing the fucking president on war games.
So something that came out of that conversation in a back channel was somebody sent me a message that said it must have had to do with China, and then I responded like, how'd you know that? And they told me, I have no idea if this is true, but they said that she's fluent in both Mandarin and Cantonese. Maybe as a translator? I mean, like the only thing I could think of if there were any truth to it. But does anybody know if she's fluent in Mandarin and Cantonese?
That I think she is. But I think she is. I remember back season 1, she was in these rooms that I think was only Chinese or Mandarin speaking. But again, let's say that is true. She's just a translator. I mean, that would have been an easier, actually I'm just there as a translator. It would have been more believable, but either it's a chip on the shoulder and she's trying to impress everybody, but I still don't think there's actually someone on this app that I used to go into these comedy improv rooms. She's also a little borderline cuckoo, but the things that she's alluded to for her job working at, she's like, oh yeah, I've been in the Pentagon, I've been here and there. We think she's apparently hyper intelligent in math, so she might be mathematician for FBI or something like that, but she keeps it very limited. She's like, oh, I'm not briefing, I'm not hanging out with the president. She doesn't say, hey, anyone who she's ever been with, she just says, I have clearance to such and such buildings and keeps it minimum. She's not talking about briefing.
What it is with her, she has a great recipe for pork fried rice.
But even then, she wouldn't be advising the president on any translations. That would be handed up to senior levels.
Yep.
She would be told to be silent if she was in the room, and then she would just no, she's not being brought in, and they wouldn't bring trends, necessarily a translator. And I doubt she would rise on translation. I'm just going to say that out loud. I don't think she would pass the clearance background. I think she's just a cat lady. That's the extent.
They're definitely not bringing in a fucking civilian translator. That's not happening. That's not it.
That's correct, because we have translators in the military and in the CIA itself. That's all they do, and those individuals have much higher clearances than she would ever hope to obtain.
I mean, I think even those translators that work at the UN, right? You see all the world leaders with the headphones on, listening to the translators for their language. I don't even think they are civilian. I don't know for sure, but I don't think they are civilian roles. I think they must be. Sure, you must go through many hurdles. You can be translating whatever the fuck you want. It's actually not saying if you're a lunatic or if you have a political agenda that you don't agree with whatever is being said in the meeting. So, oh wow, that's
Does anyone follow Vigilant Fox on X? He's a news aggregator, and every day he does 10 stories that are missed by mainstream media. And I retweeted, or we posted a couple of them today. I thought there were some interesting ones with the vaccines, an interview with that, and then with the American Eagle genes have everybody in a tizzy. Anyone follow? Sorry, I follow him. There are some people, when I post a news link from X, automatically dismiss it because it's from X, and I don't know why they don't understand that X is where all the breaking news is now. They're relying on mainstream media. I'll even post articles from mainstream media from X, but when they see the X link, they dismiss it, and I'm like, you guys don't understand that that's the news organization that you like?
Yeah, Mom.
I'm drinking a Happy Dad hard iced tea, and I cannot tell you how much I don't recommend it. It tastes like water.
I had what's called a Rev Up. It's a little kiosk coffee / whatever beverage stand, and I had one of those today, and it was a 32 ounce blue raspberry Rev Up. So it's like a 32 ounce energy drink, and I don't know if I'm just getting immune to this stuff, but I don't feel revved up.
You stayed unrevved. That's too bad.
If you need 32 ounces of it, Roger, that's an inefficient energy drink.
Yeah, I typically like the 300 milligram Black Rifle coffee, iced coffee in a can, or the Celsius. Those are good. But the Black Rifle coffee, that one's really good.
I like the Black Rifle coffee. I just make it in a pot and grab a cup, but I like whatever happened to just plain old fucking coffee.
With you on that, I just enjoyed a nice afternoon cup of coffee. I can't do, to each their own. I cannot do those energy drinks, all that chemical. I mean, coffee's not, does increase your heart rate, but those energy drinks, I mean, at least there's actually some antioxidants in coffee, but those energy drinks, man, ooh, no.
I kind of like just maintaining. At this point, I like to start my day with 300 milligrams of caffeine, and then consume about another 200 over the course of the afternoon. So about 500 milligrams a day of caffeine.
How many cups of coffee is that? Assuming it's like what are you doing? 8 ounce or 12 ounce? You're supersizing me right out of the gate. What are you doing? Well,
so I start with the 300 milligram Black Rifle coffee, so that's how I get that, and then the other 200 milligrams I get through Diet Coke.
So the first one is about 4 cups of coffee that you're taking.
300 milligrams is approximately 4 cups of coffee.
Yeah, 75 milligrams. It depends how it's brewed.
Right, that's true. Dark roast, medium roast, light roast, all that. Wow, 4 cups. That's
not the roast. It's espresso or brewed. This drip.
I do the French press, or I do the pot on the stove, where I just boil water, throw the coffee grounds in there, dump half a cup of cold water on top of it, and then the grounds sink to the bottom, and then I scoop out the cup. That's pretty much the easiest way for me to make coffee.
Cowboy, call that cowboy coffee.
Yeah, yes, sir. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't even mind the ground. Like, you know, I just chew them up and eat it. It's fine. I mean, I've been camping where I've had to chew the beans themselves because that's all somebody had because they were supposed to bring coffee. And just chewed the beans up in my mouth and then just added water and drank it down. It's fine. It gets you going in the morning.
I've just gotten to the point where if I don't get enough caffeine, then I'll get a headache, like a withdrawal headache. And so now, like, I just maintain the 500 milligrams a day. Eventually, I need to get down off of it, but it's not worth going through, like, you know, I probably have to go through a good 3-day withdrawal to, like, get myself.
Mojo, I guess are you one of those guys that are you one of those guys that can drink coffee like 5 minutes before bed and sleep like a baby?
I take my vitamin before bedtime, washing it down with a 16-ounce Diet Coke.
Why not just quit the Coca-Cola? Like, that shit will fuck you up. Like, just go to water. Like, what's wrong with water and juices? That shit's good. I mean, but water.
Juice has more sugar than the Diet Coke.
Water has no sugar.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, the reason you probably have the headache is because you're dehydrated.
Toxic caffeine withdrawal.
Mojo, you're not a big drinker. I think you said a few times that you're weaning off drinking, or you don't really drink it that much anymore. And it's funny, I've got a regular poker game there where they happen to be all AA guys. I'm the only non-AA guy there. Not big stakes game or whatever, but all these guys, there's like usually a bowl of candy because they need that sugar and Red Bull.
It's amazing. They're probably like crazy like gamblers too. I would imagine that they bluff more often than the average person.
Some of them, yes, and some of them go off the rails. Some literally just doing it for social fun, like myself. But yeah, there's one guy sadly who not only is he a crazy gambler. I mean, he was in the hole several thousand, not at our games because we're talking $20-$40, but he was going to the casinos, and he was that cliche guy that just, all I need is one more hand, and I'll be good. I'll catch up.
Chip in a chair.
Yeah, it's like owning Mahoney. You ever see that? A chip in a chair. Yeah, these days it's more like a Venmo in a chair. And so he's not only did he go off the rails, with gambling, but apparently he's using again and is borderline homeless.
Oh boy.
That's tough. So I've been doing the Play-Doh app. Is there any there's a couple of houses on Clubhouse that have groups on Play-Doh. Is there any interest in the Muff having a Play-Doh group?
You want to put Play-Doh in the Muff?
Yeah, I think if you use it carefully.
Doesn't it give blockages? I'm just asking for a friend.
Well, I would recommend in the Muff Play-Doh, but whatever works for you guys.
Is there really an app called Play-Doh?
Plato. Yeah, it's a gaming app.
As in the philosopher.
Yes.
Wow. Did you say is it like this? Is it like Telegram or whatever? All these other fucking knockoff?
Yeah, well, you have friends, and then you can play with your friends, and you can play with strangers. And working on my Texas Hold'em. I'm not very good yet, but
strictly
it's
a
fun.
gaming app. Gotcha. I thought it was a social.
So they took one of the greatest minds in history and made a gaming app. That's his name.
Yeah, that's awful. Like there's some Plato's turning over in his grave for sure.
Monica, would you ever play strip poker?
Don't punish us.
I'll take that as a yes.
In the Clubhouse movie, who would play Brad and Moose?
I think we decided that a young Robert Duvall, essentially the same character that he played in Apocalypse Now, he plays.
I would have gone with Liam Neeson. Nielsen? But okay.
No, he's a British guy. Brad's not a British guy.
You see, I think we pick our characters differently. Like, you're going for resemblance or what you imagine is resemblance. I'm going with character vibe. It's interesting.
Monica, I would. It would be a hard choice, but I'm thinking like somebody like Kate Beckinsale to play.
We had that discussion yesterday.
Do you agree? Do you agree?
Well, sure. Why not?
You think she
It
could?
can happen.
You think she could capture the essence of Monica?
Well, I'm thinking compared to Kathy Bates, yes.
We never decided who was going to play Kelly.
Are you kidding me? Kelly would have half the fucking women in the cast fucking shot before the opening scene ever began.
John Boyd's daughter, whose name is escaping me, who played the Tomb Raider. Angelina Jolie.
Kelly left. She did not want to be cast in her movie.
You ever hear her when we did that survival game where she was like, here's my survival plan for the apocalypse. I will kill everybody else on here and I am poaching all A, B, C, D, and E, and F. Like that was her game plan to survive the apocalypse and just kill off everybody outside. Most notably starting with Jordy.
What about Kristen? Kristen was was in that conversation. And everybody gave her a bunch of shit. Oh, there she is. Kristen, we're talking about you. Actually, I don't want to bring up the story now. You'll get mad that I'm bringing it up again. Anyways, the topic.
Really? No, please continue. I want to hear everything.
The topic came up about the whole Oregon Trail thing, and yeah.
Yes, I want to hear.